yes. Yes, yes, and more yes. That's right. The Boston Celtics just defeated the Charlotte Hornets 124-109. Can you say crash and burn? They absolutely did. Celtics got the job done. We're going to talk about it right here on Celtics World. What's good, Celtics World? It's your boy, the Wayne Breezy, and it's good to be here. It's my man. Look, I talking Boston Celtics, man. I'm loving it. World champions, that NBA champion crap. World champions. You heard me say it. Let's go. Round of applause. Boston Celtics improve to 5-1. They defeated the Charlotte Hornets on their home court. On their home court. That's important because the Celtics need to dominate the Eastern Conference. And you do that by beating everybody in the Eastern Conference. It's the only thing I care about. I don't care how they beat them. I don't care about how much. It doesn't matter. Just get the goddamn job done. And that's what we got from the Boston Celtics. All right? They defeated them 124-109. There's some things we got to discuss. I can tell you that right now off the top. But just overall, from an offensive perspective, I thought the Celtics made some adjustments. They stopped settling for threes. They started driving to the paint. They started to become more efficient. And then the threes started to fall as they got back to their game plan of moving the ball. Man, it's so crazy when you move the ball how well things work in your favor. That's got to be the Celtics mindset for the rest of their daggone lives. They got to move the ball. The threes were there. Now, there were some ISO threes hitting this game by Jason Tatum. There were some ISO threes hitting this game. But I didn't think that the Celtics particularly shot well from the three-point line. I just didn't. Not in this game. They took 42 threes. They made 13 of those, 31% from the three-point line. It's not great. But they did get some open looks. They were missing. But offensively, I thought that the Celtics made adjustments. They started driving to the paint. I mean, they were 41 from 86 from the floor. So, 47.7%, however you want to look at it. They started doing what they needed to do. Defensively, they stopped playing lackadaisical out on the perimeter. And they started affecting some of those three-point shots. And with that, they were able to get the ball in transition and score and do the things that they needed to do offensively to get going. But defensively, it was all about adjusting. I didn't think it was a great defensive game because they gave up 109 points. And offensively, they put up 100. They scored 124. So balance was the key when you're playing a team with some players. Now, look, I know the Charlotte Hornets are what are they right now? I believe they're 2-3. If I'm not mistaken. I know the Charlotte Hornets aren't necessarily one of the great teams in the NBA. They're young and they're still searching for their identity, like who they're going to be, what they're going to be, things like that. But, man, don't take nothing away. They got some gosh darn great players. I watch great players play, and every time LaMelo Ball's out there, LaMelo Ball almost hit a three-point shot. It was a skyhook three-point shot with 0.7 seconds left on the clock, and that junk actually rimmed out. First of all, how did it get to the rim? Second of all, we lucky he missed that because, man, the energy would have shifted so badly for the Charlotte Hornets in their favor. So, look, they got good-looking shots, and they got a good-looking amount of wide-open shots. And if I had issues with the Celtics defense, it would have been too many uncontested shots were taken. Too many uncontested shots. So the Celtics got to figure out a way to, play better defense. Just play better defense. I know they're not trying to use all their energy, and they're trying to close out the games. And I like Mazzulla's game plan. I like his game plan. I'm not gonna lie. I like his game plan. I do. I like Mazzulla's game plan. He takes out Tatum in the fourth. He brings him back in around that 7-minute mark. Jaylen Brown is kind of holding it down, and the other players they're playing kind of like keep away ball. I like it. I like the game plan. I'm not even going to stunt. But offensively, they could be better. Defensively, they could be a lot better. And they play them again. So that's the good thing. They get a back-to-back against the Charlotte Hornets. Now, there were some things that went down in this game. I watched my coach get a technical foul. I watched their coach get a technical foul. Now, our coach, Joe Mazzulla, almost got the technical foul. He looked like he was about to jump on the daggone basketball court and fight. I was like, oh, snap. This junk could be crazy. So I know he wants to bring fighting back to the NBA. But at that moment, I thought it was about to be on and popping. I was getting my boxing gloves ready. I was ready to rumble. I didn't know what to say. I thought Mike Tyson or Sugar Ray Leonard was about to walk out on to the floor and give a 1-2 combo. You know what I'm saying? A little 1-2. To the referee. I didn't know what was about to happen. But I'm glad that the coaches were able to calm him down because they needed Joe Mazzulla to get through the rest of this game. The Celtics, it was close for a long time. Before it was the score 124 to 109, before they started creating that separation, it was close for a long time. Now, you want to talk about fights. I saw one of the craziest plays, and I mean, unfortunately, we can't show the stuff, but I watched Jason Tatum clear to the basket and former teammate Grant Williams literally run him over. I don't know what that was. I didn't know. I'm first of all, when you watched it live, it looked like he was going for the ball, so it was kind of quick. It was like bang bang, you know what I mean? And then when you watch the replay from the other view, which they don't show us, when you watch the replay, you're like, yo, he literally dipped the shoulder like a safety or like a defensive, like a safety linebacker. Grant Williams is more like a linebacker. He literally dipped his shoulder into Jason Tatum and knocked him over. And I'm like, Grant. And so then Grant goes down, holds up the hand like, yeah, I did it. My bad. Like he taking it. Nah, bruh. You could have literally took Jason Tatum out for the season. Like, what was you thinking? And sometimes I just think some of these players, man, they just I respect his game. I respect his hustle. But I don't respect what he did out there on that basketball court to a former teammate, former comrade. And I understand that they're the enemy, but that's not how you even attack the enemy. And not in basketball. If it was a different type of combat, that's different. This is basketball. It's not football. I have no words for Grant Williams. Now, he did get a flagrant 2, and he was ejected from the game. The Celtics did get to shoot some extra free throws and all that good stuff. But it was I didn't know what that was. So Grant Williams, man, look, I hope there's a sincere apology coming. I can't wait to hear your clip from the presser if they allow you to speak or whatever. If tomorrow you speak, I don't know. I just want to know what you were thinking, Grant. Because, yeah, you were trying to make a basketball play, but that was very excessive, and you could have harmed him in the point of trying to make the play. So, man, you get that. It was crazy. But after that, that's kind of like when the Charlotte Hornets started to crash out. They started to crash out. I'm talking LaMelo Ball fouls out of the game. Then Miles Bridges somehow does something, gets ejected from the game. I mean, it was just, and that was 34, 35 seconds left in the game. So they literally start to crash out of this game, and it unfortunately just didn't go in their favor. It just didn't go in their favor. Now, listen, the Charlotte Hornets definitely were battling. And so, Grant Williams, you were wrong, man. You were wrong. You were wrong. Definitely wrong. Like, that's some comical stuff right there. Gots to go, bruh. Gots to go. Now, look, like I said, they had some bright spots, and the Celtics got to definitely do a better job in harnessing when they bring certain players off the bench. When they bring certain players off the bench. There's a kid from Charlotte that I felt was a problem. His name is Trey Mann. This kid finished 10 for 18. He shot 56.6%, 55.6% from the floor. He was 50% from the three, 3 for 6 from the three. He finished with 23 points. He was coming in, keeping his team afloat. They attempted the 3-point shots like I thought the Celtics would. They finished 39.6% from the three. They was 19 for 48. But I'm telling you right now, right there off the top, the Celtics got to figure out a way how to man the man off the bench. Just like they manned our man. Peyton Pritchard couldn't cook this game. I don't know if it's because he had to play more of a defensive role and defending a guy like Trey Mann and trying to lock him up, or his shot just wasn't falling. But the reason why I said this is because when you go back to the Indiana game, it was Mathurin. And now you look at this game, it's Trey Mann. So on a back-to-back, can Trey Mann be the guy that's going to step up and be able to hit these shots? Now, I know Steph Curry is a starter for them, but it's a possibility. Steph Curry was 3 for 3, 2 for 2 from the three. He might up his role a little bit, trying to score a little bit more. So they got to figure out a way to help negate the bench and find a way to cool out a guy that comes off the bench and gets hot. I know at the end of the day, it comes down to you outscoring the other team, but I just don't think that the Charlotte Hornets this game would have even been close if they would have just found a way to tame the man, which is Trey Mann. So Trey Mann had a good game. I got to give him his props. I'm not going to sit there and take nothing away. I thought Trey Mann and LaMelo Ball were the bright sides to the Charlotte Hornets, and we're going to have to see him again. Now, on tomorrow's matchup, you know what I'm saying, there'll be a rematch. And, I don't see it going any differently. Matter of fact, I'm telling you right now, I think the Celtics put up a $119, right? Right, a little bit under 120. They put up but I think defensively they get better. I think they adjust defensively. I think if the Celtics go back tonight, rest, watch some film, they'll see, we left him wide open. We left him wide open. We left him wide open. Now, they did have some contested threes, but, man, a lot of their three-point shots was wide open. Can't leave shooters wide open in the NBA. You can't leave them wide open, baby. So I think the Celtics will make some adjustments, and one of the things that's going to help them make those adjustments is having Al Horford there. And this is the reason why the Celtics were struggling on the perimeter defense in this particular game, mainly because they were switching on the big. You can switch on Al Horford if you want to, little guy. He'll keep up with you, and if he don't, he'll block your shot. So the rematch is going to be crazy, especially if Joe Mazzulla inserts my man Nime Keta. He's got to get in the game at some point. I know you want to rock with Uncle Luke, but you got to find a way to put the Keta in the game, baby. Because when Keta comes in the game, baby, that dude's energy is through the roof. It's almost like watching the Time Lord play again, but a healthier version. I feel like Keta is doing his thing. Keta finished this game with 12 points. 12 points, ladies and gents. 12 points, man, from my man Keta. He was money. He was getting 6 for 6, 100%. 100%. He finished this game with 6 rebounds. Tied for second on the team. Him and Jaylen Brown, 6. Jason Tatum had 11. That's what you need. You need a guy with the hops. Now, my biggest gratefulness to my man Keta is his ability to just defend the rim. Once they started attacking, he was forcing them to change up their shots. They're going to have to figure out a way to get by with Keta. And so I don't think the Charlotte Hornets have a way to do so once they enter him. He's not ready to start yet. This won't be his starting game. You go back to Al Horford, you put in some Uncle Luke, which is Luke Cornett, and you got to find a way to give Keta his minutes. I'm okay if Tillman doesn't play in this game or whatnot, but I'm okay with that. I'm straight up okay with that. 1,000%. But got to find a way. This is all about energy, man. The new NBA, in my opinion, is about energy. It's about matching intensity, matching the energy, matching. And that's what the Celtics are going to have to do because they have a young team. And like I said, they're kind of struggling to find their identity. But man, if LaMelo Ball is on and they're getting proper support from the bench and they're getting their, the extra help, what they need from the rest of their starters, they could be tough. It's early in the season. So the Celtics need to go ahead and take care of the team while they could take care of the team. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Will the Boston Celtics be able to defeat them in the back-to-back? Will Al Horford make an impact in the next game? How do you feel the rematch is going to go? And don't forget to celebrate. The Boston Celtics defeated the Hornets 124-109 and improved to 5-1. It's been real. Celtics World. See y'all next time.